My name is Elizabeth Cooperman. I live in Seattle, and I'm here writing. Elizabeth Vega. I'm from Oakland, California. I'm the artistic director of the Piñata Dance Collective. I'm a choreographer and interdisciplinary artist.
Emmanuel Abreu. I'm from New York, and I am a photographer and videographer.
Thomas Walton. I'm from Seattle, Washington, and I'm a poet and writer.
My name is Alex Vega. I am a photographer from New York City.
It wasn't until I arrived at the airport in Guadalajara that I was like, what? I'm really in Mexico. This is happening. I tried to come with a couple goals. But other than that, I just want to be really open to whatever would happen here. I expected to meet a part of myself, given that I'm half Chicana and never have stepped onto the land of Mexico. And I knew that it was going to be very significant for me at a personal soul level. And it has been definitely.
Just really letting a project find you and just taking the opportunity to get involved in the community, get to know people, take as many pictures as possible, and travel to other parts of Jalisco.
I think I expected much more expats than there actually are here. So I was pleasantly surprised by the authenticity of the Mexican culture here.
What I really wanted to do was meet new people, see new communities, see beautiful landscapes, climb some mountains, just really enjoy the beauty of different parts of Mexico.
I've been calling this like the Mexican Coney Island. Like I would go outside and people were, playing music, laughing, people playing games. I could not channel any anxiety here. So I was having a lot of trouble writing about that. I let go a little of that assignment and just started doing a lot of people watching, which is probably my favorite thing to do.
This group is sort of unusual because while I always share everyone's email with everybody else ahead of time, this group actually used those emails and kind of created a community with each other. Before they even met each other, they were already writing and, preparing to come. And this is the first time that anyone's initiated having a reception like this to show work and share their creativity with our wonderful community here at Lakeside. So Emmanuel, I want to thank you for spearheading that, and everyone else for making it happen, and everyone who brought food and that.
So I ended up spending a lot of my time in Guadalajara. I met the right people who hosted me and introduced me to dancers in the community and produced a show for me. And I ended up teaching a workshop, 3-day workshop, and launching a temporary contemporary dance. Temporario Contemporaneidad was the name of it. And then you're actually in the space that I launched this show last night.
One of my greatest discoveries in Mexico, I would say, is color. As a photographer, I, in the past, tend to gravitate towards black and white, grayscale. And being here in Mexico, there's so much beautiful color around. It comes down to people's dress, the paintings, the art, the architecture. People's homes are painted bright, beautiful colors. So I think going forward with my work, I'll look for projects where I can incorporate more color.
Even though I usually go out of my way physically to get great pictures, great images, I push myself past what I think my limits are. And what I realized here in Mexico while climbing mountains is that I have limits that are even further than that. The first mountain we climbed, I wanted to stop halfway, maybe a quarter way up, but I kept pushing myself, and I feel like I got a burst of energy right before I got to the top, and I realized that I could do much more than I thought I could.
I am really grateful for the communities that I found here, and Cobra is wonderful, and I even got to meet some of the writers that are here writing in the area.
On passivity. Part 1. I have a lot of men in my life telling me what to do. I am antagonized by each man in his own hot-breathing way. Quick-footed, quick-witted, or if nothing else, quick to the draw are these many men. Live wire men, live coal men, liable to erupt men, men who are vigorous, men who are running, men who are moving, men astir. Each man moves along, balancing a flame. I am goaded by its bustling heat. My skirt hem is threatened by the light. Sometimes what the men want, I do. Other times the men must be challenged. But in general, the weird delight in suffering the company of the men is mine. My careful, slow-to-form perspectives are as an offering to them, accepted and welcomed by them. They seem to enjoy the way they are received and reflected by me, the quiescence of me. Compliments is what we are.
360 Xochi Quetzal is a very special opportunity. People go from all over just to be at that lake that follows sacred energy and a lot of history. A lot of artists are there. I think this is a great opportunity for any artist to be able to take time away from their normal schedule. Being an artist full time in a city, in a community that knows you, getting outside of your comfort zone gives you an opportunity to grow and elevate your art in a way where you may not get that chance if you don't pursue artist residencies, not only here in Mexico, but there are opportunities around the world.
I really enjoy Chapala and Agagit in particular because of the visual art that's at muralists there, as well as Alana.
This is one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had in my life, from coming to Mexico in the first place, going to Guadalajara, traveling around Jalisco, climbing mountains, the first mountains I've ever climbed. New York City does not have many mountains. Finally seeing the Pacific Ocean, and I want to thank Cobra for doing this program and just seeing the caliber of the other artists that have been accepted. I can't believe that I'm in that category. Kind of motivates me to keep going and tells me that I'm actually doing something right and I'm doing it well.
I feel so grateful for this time and this space, this apartment, which is indoor and outdoor. I'm incredibly grateful.
Thank you.